Let's get focused, man. We got a fight to worry about here. Good money, good money.
For every boxing story of a blockbuster that's delayed,
I love it, Tank. I love it.
there's also considerable risk built in for champions who turn to other challengers.
Dancing with the stars, baby. Dancing with the stars.
He's in thought right now, and that's what I'm looking at. So right now, I just want to see what he brings to us. We just got off the plane. You know, a lot of work yesterday from the interviews and stuff. So I want to see how he react. 2 sparring partners and rounds is unknown. All right, y'all. Let's go. Bam! When they watch us in here working, they saying we going bang, 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 bang. There you go. Good. There you go. When he get in that ring, he's on a mission. Because he understand that he got to put his pants on, training wheels going. You got what you asked for. Let's get it now. Slow it down.
We're now just 4 weeks away from the wildest boxing spectacle of the year, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Tank Davis. And things in Tank's camp are starting to look downright dangerous.
Oh, good rim, good rim. I like the way y'all jump right back in it. That's right. Make them jokers move. Make them jokers move. Oh, I love what I hear. Y'all making them sing.
For most of Davis's celebrated career, Ford and other trusted advisors remained in control. But now, those in camp can sense a shift in command.
Make them jokers move.
As the fighter himself begins to oversee everything, while aiming at the destiny he alone must fulfill.
There you go. I go with that. Just give it up to him, y'all.
Word is, Davis is going all in. No jokes, no TikToks, no distractions. He's treating Jake like a legit world title threat. And here's where it gets wild. Rumors say Tank's bringing in heavyweights to spar with him. Yeah, heavyweights, big, bruising hitters meant to test every ounce of his power and endurance. Because Jake Paul ain't just some influencer swinging for clicks anymore. He's got real size, real pop, and real confidence.
Even his shots upstairs here, that's still a body shot on Jake Paul. Everything's a body shot he's throwing. Even when he's changing the levels of the shot. That's a body shot. That's a body shot. That's a body shot.
And Team Davis knows it. Reports and leaked footage show Tank pushing his body harder than ever, trading finesse sessions for brutal strength and conditioning work, heavy lifts, punishing sparring, and non-stop grind. The goal? Build armor without losing that lightning speed.
When I watch it, I see a guy that's targeting the body. And it's the best thing that Tank could do for this fight. I mean, trying to go headshot for headshot with Jake Paul when he's probably Jake's 7 inches taller than he is.
But it's a huge risk. Tank, a natural 135 pounder, is stepping up to a 195 pound limit under 12-ounce gloves.
So you're going to have to be able to land shots right there on the waistline. And it's probably the best idea if you actually want to knock Jake out in this fight, if you actually want a game plan, because again, it's an exhibition, but if you want a game plan to get him out of there, you have to attack the body.
That's a 60-pound jump into deep waters. And while fans love the ambition, critics are warning that too much bulk could dull his deadliest weapon, that explosive snap that's made him one of the most feared finishers in boxing.
So if Tank can make him miss, get inside, work the body, make him pay there, head movement off center, pivot out, be slick, and do it again and again and again, that is when we could see a potential Tank Davis knockout.
And speaking of Tank's training, just when you thought you'd heard it all, boom, here comes Sean Porter dropping stories straight out of a sparring war zone. Porter said sparring Gervonta wasn't a learning experience, it was a confirmation. Translation, everything you think Tank can do, he actually does it, and probably faster than you can blink. The man's like a muscle-packed chess player, explosive power, IQ through the roof, and competitive like it's personal every single round.
It wasn't a learning experience. It was just confirmation. Like, I knew Tank was as good as he is and could do everything that he can do. He's strong, super competitive. He loves this sport, and he has all of the recipes to be everything that he's been.
Porter literally said his heart was smiling while sparring him. Bro, when a former world champ says that, you know Tank's built different. And Porter didn't just hype him up for his power, he talked about Tank's mind. That boxing IQ that doesn't get enough credit because, yeah, he's not the most talkative guy, but inside the ring, he's downloading you like a human algorithm, breaking you down one round at a time. Porter basically admitted it. Tank's a slow starter, but when he flips that switch, it's game over.
Explosive with power. It just goes on and on and on. I saw all that right live in action with him. And, the funny thing was, because of our size differential and because I was at the end of my camp, to me, it was just, let me get in here and get these rounds in. But along the way, my heart was smiling. I'm like, yep, he's everything I thought he was.
You could almost hear Porter saying, good luck outsmarting that. It's like trying to play chess against someone who invented the board. After Porter's ringside confession, the one where a former world champ basically smiles through the pain of sparring Tank, Wade Plemons drops in like a lab tech with the receipts. I'm with Wade when he says there's very little out of Jake's camp and you can feel the lid on it. But that single Ray Ford clip, it's telling. Wade points out the little coaching cues, high guard, body work, slip more, and then flips the camera to Tank's bag work, relentless body shots, level changes, overhooks into uppercuts.
Is this clip right here? Jake Paul doing some work with Ray Ford. Ray Ford, an 18-1-1 super featherweight, only lost to Nick Ball, where, there's music playing, so I can't really put it out there, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going over. Jake looks to his team. He's like, maybe I got to get my head off center line more. And then Ray puts like the high guard up, like, hey, when you're here, when you're here, don't even do that. And go to the body.
I love that leap Wade makes from film study to strategy. You don't need to shout to see the blueprint. Tank's rehearsing ways to make a bigger man uncomfortable in the clinch, to pin hands, pop the chin, and counter when Jake gets heavy on his right hand. Wade's breakdown about beat, Jake's tendency to get wide and off balance when he loads up, is the kind of detail you can bet Tank's camp is circling with a red marker. Now let me be blunt and funny about it. If you're Jake and you've been caught flat-footed in slow-mo on tape, that's not a glitch. That's a neon sign saying, punch me here.
Bigger Tank looks. Now again, he is a small, sleight of frame, statured individual to begin with. Tank is a very small guy. If you blinked, you might think this young man right here is Tank Davis. No, I'm playing. But Tank is, he's smaller, and this is why this fight is an exhibition and why it's a bit of a shot in the dark as to, why you even do something like this. But we all know it's a lot of money being involved in XYZ, both guys.
We all know Tank's not just throwing pretty combos. Wade nails the point that Tank's targeting the sequence that makes a heavier puncher pay when he overextends, clinch, overhook, uppercut, explode. I'm seeing two plausible endings Wade teases. Either Jake uses his mass perfectly and turns this into controlled pressure, or Tank times a counter, clips him off balance, and the KO bonus becomes a very real payday. We'll bet on Tank's precision and timing over random power any day. But Wade's the realist here. He admits it's possible either way. So yeah, you, me, we're salivating at that chest with fists scenario Wade laid out. It's tactical, it's gritty, and it's exactly the kind of matchup that makes boxing worth arguing about.
You see this. You see Jake. They're already, I love this. They're anticipating Jake in the clinch, looking to, again, put his body weight on Tank. Bigger man, use his size, lean on you, weigh on you. You see the post in the frame from Tank. Post frame, hold, bang. Lead hand uppercut.
And just when you thought Wade Plemons' comments had the boxing world buzzing, boom. Here comes Lamont Roach, Sayunier, dropping bombs of his own. My guy sat down and basically said, yeah, Tank's retired, and we're the reason. Like, bro didn't just close the book, he shredded the contract, set it on fire, and used the ashes to lace up his son's gloves. He talked about Tank breaching contracts, ghosting the rematch, and leaving them hanging mid-camp like an R&B breakup. You could feel that mix of disappointment and we good though energy. It's that classic vibe of a man who knows his fighter's stock just went up while the other dude's chilling in exhibition land. And honestly, the way he said it, calm, confident, no extra talk, you could tell he wasn't bluffing. That's a man who feels like his fighter's the new problem in town, and he's daring anyone, even Tank, to prove him wrong.
Retirement and people observing that he might be a little checked out, that probably more than that we're not going to get it.
We checked him out. So if that's the case, we checked him out. And if he retired, wish him the best in his retired life. So I don't think we get it. Being realistic. But if we do, we'll see. We're not focused on it.
But let's be real, when Roach Sr. said they were supposed to fight in June, then August, then found out Tank bailed like the rest of us did online, I lost it. That's wild. Imagine being mid-sparring, planning a legacy fight, and then boom, Instagram tells you it's off. Roach handled it classy though. No crying, no drama, just straight up confidence. You can tell he's still got smoke for Tank, but he's too focused on Cruz to chase old ghosts. And when he said, "We retired Tank," man, that line's gonna age like fine wine or instant regret, depending on December's result. But either way, that's how you talk when you believe you're next up. He's moving like a man who's already written his next chapter, while Tank somewhere reading the last one on vacation.
If you had a chance to just run into him, what would you tell him?
Man, I got no words for Tank, to be honest with you. That ship sailed. Tank doing him, we doing us. It's nothing for me to talk. Like, he would listen anyway. So Tank beat dances to his own drum and music. So we not worried about him. Not worried speaking to him. Not worried about him speaking to me.
And the funniest part, Roach Sr. wasn't talking like a man trying to sell pay-per-views. He was talking like a man who's already past the drama. You could hear it in his tone. That quiet flex of someone who's been through the politics, the contract games, and still walked out smiling. It's that we don't chase, we replace attitude, and I respect it. He basically said, if Tank's done, cool, we'll carry the torch. That's cold, but in the cleanest way possible. You gotta love it. No trash talk, just confidence laced with reality. Roach knows his son's fight with Pitbull Cruz isn't just another card. It's a chance to rewrite how fans see the new generation, and if they actually pull this off at 140, then yeah, maybe that "we retired Tank" line won't sound like shade anymore. It'll sound like prophecy.
But Pitbull Cruz is the one, for us to go up fighting for a 30-pound championship, a 35-pound championship, now a 40-pound championship. It's rarely done, if ever, in like a 3-fight span. So we want to be one of the guys that leave us a stain, a legacy in this sport.
So yeah, that's where we're at. Tank locked in like a man possessed, Jake playing the mystery game, and Roach Sr. stirring the pot with "we retired Tank" energy. You can feel it. Boxing's entering that chaotic stretch where every quote, every sparring clip, every rumor becomes part of the war. And honestly, that's what makes this sport beautiful. It's egos, timing, and truth colliding under bright lights. Jake's trying to prove muscle can match mastery. Tank's out to remind everyone why defense and IQ beat biceps every single time. And guys like Roach Sr., they're keeping the sport spicy when the cameras stop rolling. But now I'm throwing it to you. Who's really got the edge here? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate this one like family. And yo, don't ever forget to like, share, and subscribe.